Factory Five Roadster 682. Let's talk about headlights. Let's talk about turn signals. And let's not really talk about taillights. That's kind of been a puzzle right now. Turn signal module. Different things like that. I have an automatic turn signal module. So what we have here is the headlights and the turn signals working. Let me show you what we have coming out of the Ron Francis harness. And this was a little confusing to me at first, and the forum helped out. Hold on, I'm going to get the connection that the Ron Francis harness had. Okay, so this is what the Ron Francis harness had. It had a weather pack with 5 holes. What I have here is a turn signal that had 3 wires coming out of it, and a headlight that had 3 wires coming out of it. All of them were different color, most of them were different color than what was coming out of the Ron Francis harness. You can see a tan, a green, a black, a red, and a brown. And I have red with yellow stripe, green, red, white, and black. So inquiring about the 6 wires needing to go into 5 pins, the forum said, well, split the black, that is the ground, and what you're supposed to do is tie the headlight and the turn signal, I guess, into one weather pack, into this 1.5. But I wanted to keep them separate, so I turned them into 2 weather packs. And these are 4 connectors. I just didn't use one of them. Alright, so I split up the ground, as you can see here, into 2 legs, and then each leg goes into one of the weather packs. Alright, on the turn signal, the red with yellow will go to the Ron Francis tan, which is the feed for the parking lights, and then green to green and black to black. The headlight, black coming in, brown coming in, black coming in, red to red, black to black, white to brown. Alright, and I've done these to where I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed. Just a moment. Okay, you can see I've done these to where the turn signal can never plug into the headlight, and the headlight can never plug into the turn signal. And I've gapped this one by 1 wire just so I knew which leg this was for the turn signal, and that's just for my own eyeball test. And then these are the weather packs that I got for the harness, for the lights, and a couple other places in the build. I like them, seem to be pretty good quality. I like how this tab snaps down over the wires to ensure that they stay in there. Alright, so let's hook them back up and test them. Alright, hook back up. Now we'll go over here and test them. Now the key is off, so if we turn on the lights, the chime will come on. Those are the parking lights. Those are the headlights. And my dimmer switch. High beams, low beams. And then if I turn the key on, switch stops. But here's where I'm starting to run into an issue. Now, this is going to be a turn signal, alright? So there's my turn signal, then I can cut it off. But it also automatically goes off, so I'm going to click it. Now it should stay on for about 10 or 7 seconds and then turn off automatically. And it does. Okay, so then the other one, that works fine. And it turns off automatically, and it does. Okay, so what the problem is now when I turn off the lights, they stay on. And they shouldn't stay on. So my running lights are on all the time. Now, I'm going to show you my headache in the back. Watch this. Yeah, that's not helpful. Now I've done experiment two different LEDs, one a full board as you can see and one with the single. Now the full board, I believe it's not blinking because there's three wires going into a two position. The bulb that just goes into the socket, that is a 1157 bulb replacement. So let's put on the blinker. You know, that it's a mess, but it doesn't really bother me too much because I am trying to get attention. But it's that once it's gone off, it's not working. All right, let's try the brakes. All right, that's good. However, look at that. There's still a little cycling in the individual light bulb. So I don't think that's going to work. Let's go look at it closer. Okay, taking a closer look at it, you can see the difference. The board has three wires going to it, and the light bulb just plugs in. It has two connections. So I think that three wire is the trick. So there's a yellow, red, and black. The black is going to be the ground. The red and yellow, I'm not sure which is which. But what I did was, out of the socket, I only have two wires. So those three have been made into two. Well, I made them back into three. And then I plugged them into the weather pack that's on the car. Alright, so the individual one has been turned into two wires. The black is the ground. But on this side of the Ron Francis, we've got four wires. We've got the tan, which is the running lights. We've got the black, which is ground. The purple is the same on both sides of the car, so I think that that is the brake light. And then the white is going to be, in this case, the passenger side turn. So I've tied into the passenger side turn. I've tied into the tail lights, and I've tied into the ground because I believe that turn signal module is going to accommodate the purple, but the purple's the brake lights. So I haven't really quite figured out which one goes to what, but I think I have figured out that one, this turn signal module might not work because my lights are going to be on all the time. Two, which by the way, if it was just the front running lights, don't really have a problem with, and I guess if it's the back lights, I probably don't have a problem with then because I was thinking of having the lights on all the time. It is a key on situation, so it's not going to drain the battery when the key is off. So it's still up in the air. But this bulb that you see to the left, that might work in a typical car, but it's not going to work here. So I might go to the board, or I may switch to an 1157 and see what happens there.